Let us begin with the chapter lenses. We have chapter number 7, lenses. Now, this lenses chapter, we are going to correlate with the spherical mirrors. We had studied about the spherical mirrors last year. So, let us revise some of the terms which we studied in spherical mirrors. So, the terms are, first of all, here we have the pole, right? You can say the midpoint of the mirror, that is called as the pole, right? Then your mirror is a part of a circle and the center of that circle is called as the center of curvature. Then the radius of that circle is called as the radius of curvature. And the line which passes through the pole and the center of curvature is called as the principal focus. We are often going to use the children words as C, principal focus, then focus, F, pole, etc. All these terms we are going to use with respect to lenses. You must have seen the concave mirrors and the convex mirror in your day-to-day life, right? Whenever we wanted to see all the things, we have the convex mirror and concave mirror, which is used by, say, convex mirror in the case of the vehicles, right? The mirror which is kept outside the vehicle to see who all are coming behind our vehicle. And the dentist uses the concave mirror, right? So those both the types of mirror you must have observed. Now let us talk about the lenses also. Yes, we are using the lenses also. So lenses, you must have seen this thing. Magnifying glass, yes, that is the common thing which we use. An old person, they wanted to read anything, they used to use the lenses for this, right? Where else you see the lenses used? Yes, lenses are embedded in the front door of our houses to see who is there outside. If the doorbell rings up, you may see through this, right? Find out who is there. If it is known person, you allow. Otherwise, you don't allow. Right? Then the watchmakers, to see the tiny part on the eyes, they use this type of lens. The instrument which contains the lens. So with that, they see those parts in a magnifying way, and they can repair it. Moreover, very important thing which even I am also using is these spectacles. So lenses are used in the spectacles also. You have studied about the telescope. Even the telescope also uses the lenses. Now what is lenses? The lens is a transparent medium bounded with the two surface. Right? Now the lens which has the two spherical surface which are puffed up outwards are called as the convex or double convex one. Yes, so you have, this is the double convex lens or the convex lens. Now this lens is thicker in the center part and it is thicker as compared to this edges part. Edges part is not that much thick, but the, you can say the center part is thick, right? Thereafter, you have another type of lens which is double concave lens. which is thinner at the center and it is thick at the edges. See, here it is thinner and here it is thick at the edges part. So this is called as the double concave lens. These are the normal use. We have still more varieties. You have the bioconvex, planoconvex, positive, meniscus, biconcave, plano-concave, and negative meniscus. That are the various types of lenses which are used. So we'll be studying few mainly the biconvex lens and the biconvex lens. So the first lens, the biconvex lens, is called as the converging lens. See the rays coming from it, they converge at one point, right? So whatever magnifying glass which we use, that is nothing but the biconvex lens or the convex lens, which is also called as the converging lens. Moreover, the lens on which the light enters, they get emerge out in all the possible directions. This is the diverging type of lens. Children, the cross section of the convex lens and concave lens you can understand by taking the sphere into the consideration. So here I have this and you can see this part. See, this is the cross section part, right? So this is what nothing but the lens. You can see the lenses in this diagram A as well as B. What I have shown to you, here we have the sphere S1 and the other S2 and it is the cross section of it. Now by understanding it, let us understand the various things which is related to it. First of all, the center of curvature. So here this C1, the center of the sphere whose part from the surface of the lenses are called the centers of the curvature of the lens. A lens with both surfaces spherical has two center of curvature C1 and C2. So this particular lens has got two center of curvature C1 and C2 as both the parts are spherical. Right? Here also, as both the parts are spherical, this C1 and C2 is the center of curvature for this biconvex lens. Now let us understand about the radius. Radius of curvature. Now children, this radius R1 and this R2. These are the radii of the sphere whose part forms the surface of the lens, isn't it? So this radii are called as the radius of curvature, right? So this is the lens, this is the center of curvature, C1 and C2. Then this is the radius of curvature. You can observe it. I have highlighted it. So you have R1, R2 as the radius of curvature. Now next thing which we are going to learn is about the principal axis. Principal axis, you can see this line. What is this line? How will you say? It's an imaginary line which passes through both the center of curvature, passes through C1 and C2, passes through C1 and C2. So that imaginary line which passes through both the center of curvature is called as the principal axis for the lens. Right? Next part, optical center denoted by O. Now this point is inside the lens. You observe the point inside a lens on the principal axis. This is the principal axis. On this it is through which the light ray passes without changing its path. So this is the ray of light. The path is straight. There is no change in the path. So this is the line. There is no change in the path. Right? So this is called as the optical center O of that lens. Clear? So your rays P1 Q1 and P2 Q2 passes through O going along a straight line. Okay? So O is the optical center. You can see in this also. This is the optical center. Here see the ray P1 Q1 and this is the ray P2 Q2. Both are going in a straight line. Okay. The next is about the principal focus. When the light rays are parallel to the principal axis, are incident on the concave lens, they converge to one point. They converge to this point, right? On this principal. And that is called as the principal focus of the lens. So here children, this F2 is the principal focus of the lens. Now suppose, now as it is having both the surface spherical, so let us think of now the lights are coming from this side. So even that will also get converged. So it will pass to this point. Okay. So even this is also a point where it converges. So this F1 and F2, you have two principal foci. Okay. So you have F1 and F2, two principal foci for the lens, which is biconvex. So the light rays which are falling on this convex lens, they come together. They meet at one point, and that is the reason this type of lens are called as the converging lens. Now come to this. See, this is the light ray which is passing. As it is biconcave, it will get diverged. Right? This is the ray of light, it will get diverged. But children, if you extend back side, you will observe that both are meeting at one point, and that is also called as the principal focus for the concave lens. Right? So here you have to extend in the backward direction. So you feel that from that only the lights are coming. So this is the diverging lens. This was converging lens. Right? This is diverging lens. Now next is focal length. Focal length. See, focus we denote it by capital F. Focal length we denote by the small f. Now what is it? Understand? The distance between the optical center and the principal focus, this distance is called as the focal length. I repeat, The distance between the optical center and the principal focus of a lens is called as the focal length. Clear? For finding the focal length, we need is the convex lens, 1 meter scale, 1 stand for the lens. So what you are going to do is you are going to see the object from the lens, and on the other side you are going to adjust the screen. You are going to adjust the screen in such a way that you get in the get the picture of this. Okay, so maybe here you got the inverted image of it, right? Now the distance between this lens and the center point of this screen, this is the focal length. Okay, as I told you children here that all the rays, they converge. So wherever is the convergent point, now you will get a clear image. So here this is the point, you can adjust the screen up and down and you are going to get the clear image. So suppose here I got a clear image, right? So distance between this screen and you can say the optical center, which is this partner. So this distance is nothing but the focal length. You have one experiment in your practicals to find out the focal length. So what you are going to take? You are going to take a distance object and you are going to get the image of that, the sharp distant object, and we are going to measure it. Remember children, whatever lenses we are using, we are getting the focal length in centimeters only. Okay.